Welcome to this week's video, and this week we've got ourselves another Nintendo Switch bought from eBay. So this one cost me £39 for it's a screen and also come with a dock. So as you can see, condition wise it's not too bad. A few marks on the side, it's a bit of an older console, but we should be okay. And then we try and turn it on, but it's not turning on. So I've had this for a few weeks, and when I first got it, it did work, but now I've got this issue. So we'll just plug in my charger, and then we'll turn it on, and as you can see we've got a blue screen. So it's an intermittent fault because as I said, when I first got it, it still worked, now it doesn't. So we need to open it up, we get our iFixit kit out, and then we'll remove all the screws out of the back. Then we'll peel the back cover off, and then we need to remove all the screws out of the rear heat shield, remove the SD card, and then we'll peel the back heat shield off. First thing we always do is disconnect the battery so we don't cause any more trouble, and then we're going to need to get the motherboard out. So we'll just remove all the screws, remove the heatsink, remove the card reader, all the ribbon cables, and then the board comes out. Get it under the microscope, and then the first thing we need to do is to remove this heat shield. So we get a pin, we'll just need to bend these edge bits out, and then we can gently lift up the cover. And then this is the CPU here, so we just need to remove all the old solder paste so we can give it a good clean first. So get as much out as you can. Now I'm just going to throw a load of flux around the processor and the RAM. And as you can see, I've also put Kapton tape around the plastic bits that may come into a little bit of contact with any of the heat that we're going to be putting on. Now we come in with our hot air station. So I've got it set to 440C on 80% airflow. And then the aim is just to keep moving it around. So normally I'd focus on the CPU and then the RAM. It makes it easy if you just focus on one and then move on to the other one. So the CPU is slightly bigger, we just keep moving it. And then we need to come with our tweezers and give it a slight nudge. And when you get a little wiggle, it shows that the solder balls have melted. Same again on the RAM, solder balls have melted, they give it a little wiggle, so hopefully they've been reflowed. We come with isopropyl alcohol and then give it a good clean. We just need to make sure that we remove the Kapton tape and clean all underneath there. And now we'll pop it back into the housing, plug the battery in, press the power button, see if we get anything on screen. We're not getting a blue screen yet, battery must be dead, so we'll plug it in. Give it a little wiggle. There we are, it's coming on. And then we got anything on the screen, we get the Nintendo logo, which is obviously what we want. So flat battery, I'll leave it on charge for an hour. So we come back to it, and as you can see, we're turning it on. Nintendo logo, Nintendo Switch logo, and then a couple of seconds later we get the home logo, and there we've got our Nintendo Switch. So I've used this for a couple of weeks now since filming the video. It's all working fine, it's being connected to the internet, everything's doing as it should do, and from the looks of it we now seem to have a fully working Nintendo Switch. So I'll keep testing it, make sure everything's okay, but so far I seem very happy with it. So thanks very much for watching, please like, comment and subscribe.